Hello everyone. Today, we are going to cover one of the most important topics to have touched us in the last couple of years. ChatGPT is a revolutionary technology, and evidence so, because of the time it took to reach 100 million users. It personally has touched me. I found there is a lot of potential which can be harnessed from it, which is not covered in the way it should. So this is a video which tries to shed some light on what we can do with ChatGPT in 2025. First, let's explore how to map users across different stages of maturity by looking at benefits they derive and the amount of usage. These two variables determine where somebody is on the maturity curve. Users may use ChatGPT for personal or for both personal and business use.
So we have these 5 ranking parameters, and I would just like to take a moment to walk you through this. The first one is called as the type of use, which means whether you're using it for personal or professional or more of a business use. The second one is prompt design. A prompt design, there are various techniques on how to effectively craft a prompt, like using a role or using role play. And we'll discuss this in detail. The second one is chaining. A prompt chaining becomes extremely effective if you are using ChatGPT and also using another LLM like Leonardo AI to get the right output from the model. The next one is usage of any plugins or maybe techniques. But ChatGPT has a lot of plugins, like plugins for data analysis, and we have plugins for web scraping. On this multimodality, we have multimodality, which means who can fit in not just text but also image and the audio file. So depending on these type of usages, we can categorize users into these different stages of maturity, starting with beginners to explorers and pros. Now, as we can see here, the pros are the ones who use ChatGPT extensively for personal, for professional, and it becomes like a second nature to them. And it has started to be the case because ChatGPT is now a tool which has been there in the market. And they also use a lot of prompting techniques because they know how to get the best results from the model. Example, if you're working on a business model canvas, you can ask the ChatGPT to put the results in the format of a business model canvas and so on. Now we'll get into details and see how to use ChatGPT and get to the pros level. Now, the first area where you can use ChatGPT very effectively is brainstorming. Let's take a few examples. We were subscribed, but with a prompt in here. Now, in this case, I had asked, suggest ideas to make $1 million in 1 year. And you can see it starts giving the result it gives. Build a scalable business, real estate and investments, create and monetize a personal brand, and so on and so forth, right? Now, the one thing which you can notice over here is it gives a lot of different options. And this prompt is something called as a zero-shot prompt. Because here you are just asking ChatGPT of one single question without any guidance on what it can provide us, it gives us the results. Now let's try to refine this a bit by giving some additional detail. And let's look at this example. Now here, as you can notice, what I've given here in the prompt is some input on what kind of ideas I want and how do I want the response to be given to me. So here it goes. It gives this results in a table. Now the results are more in line with the input I have given, which is more on marketing, AI, and coding, and it gives me this key page. And it gives a step ahead and gives me revenue strategy, and it gives key success factors, which is pretty cool. So this is one area to get ChatGPT the level of information you need. And there is a saying here which goes that give the fish and it would give the answers to you. Now let's again take a look at a few more examples and see how ChatGPT can help us here. Now, and looking at some business opportunities in technology, e-commerce, healthcare, and renewable energy. And there you go. Now, one improvement which I've seen from the previous model is it has started to give me the results in a tabular format. As you can see, it has bucketed the different responses into technology, e-commerce, healthcare, renewable energy. And along with a good description. And it has also given me an execution strategy, which is great. And it's a pretty good starting point for somebody who is pretty new to some of these areas. Now let's look at a few more. Now, I want a little more detail for business plan. Oh, this is what I'm asking here. Give me a business plan for a company specializing in saving live sale-based closing to customers. Here's how you would approach it. Now, this gives a little more direction, and it can then give us these results. Now, let's see what happens here. As you can see, it starts processing, and what I've asked ChatGPT in this case is, I can define customer segments, device custom messaging, discount channels to reach out. So it has started giving me customer segments, like conscious managers and Gen Z, professional seeking comfort, new parents. And it has also started giving me behavioral segments, psychographic segments. It has also started giving me custom messaging, which is pretty cool, especially for millennials and Gen Z. These are the type of messages of communications which would resonate with them.
That's all for today. Hope you have gained some useful insights from this tutorial and stay tuned for more, because this is just the start and part 1 of a series.